there was like a mass, like in '93, there was like a kind of a mass exodus of like top WWF guys. Like Hulk left, and then somebody, I don't know if it's Hawk or one of them found a loophole, and Lloyd's of London actually went and gave these guys huge disability contracts. So they were paying like $200,000 a year, but if they got hurt, they got like $3 million. And it was like one after another, everybody, like DiBiase I think was the first one, then like Rick Rude, then Henning, and like the next thing you know, like the whole roster was gone. It was all just young green guys. And so Macho was kind of our, he was our mentor, our captain, or whatever you want to call him. He was like the only, he was the only legend guy that was kind of left that was that branded WWF guy. Plus he was on, he was the Slim Jim guy. So with me, Shawn Michaels, and Scott Hall are in the bathroom. I know there's kids here, so I'll try to make it as clean as possible. But we're basically saying, some pretty discouraging things about some of the guys, and we like say 2 or 3 of them, and finally Shawn Michaels, and this is the prior to Christianity, Shawn Michaels says, F everyone. And you hear from the bathroom stall as his head peeks over the side, just who's everyone? We went, oh, not you much. You're one of us. I thought so. Oh, jeez. But he was such a character. I mean, it just, God, he was unbelievable. One of a kind. There'll never be another one of him.
Do you think he will ever be in the Hall of Fame?
There's like no way that that's not the first, like that's next year, that's, And it's sad because, most times in this business you say that you can't burn a bridge, and usually things get patched up, like the thing with Brett, when they screwed Brett in Montreal, and I remember when they put Brett in the Hall of Fame, and I sat and watched on television. I said, God, I never thought that bridge, would be ever be, that gap would ever be bridged by Vince and Brett and Randy. When Randy left in the middle, like Randy was on our show Monday, or it was like, what was it? It was Wednesday was our last day of taping. And we broke and had a 3-day break, and he came back and was on, on Nitro. And I guess the fact that everybody else that left, told Vince, because number one, you had to, because you had to give a 90-day notice. But somehow Randy's deal was just kind of on a handshake. So Randy basically to Vince left in the middle of the night. And for some reason, I mean, there was always animosity there. And I think that they were starting, because I think if I'm not mistaken, they put a DVD set out. I think they did a doll and a couple things of Randy's in the last year or two. So I think they were starting to fill that gap. But Randy was so reclusive that, it just was going to take some time. So now I know that, in retrospect, Vince, I know really feels bad that he's not going to be able to patch that. But I think this year, if he's not, I mean, it's a huge injustice. If Coco Beware's in the Hall of Fame and Randy Savage is, I mean,
Right on the money.